By splitting the following figure into rectangles, find their area. Also, measures are given in meters. Okay, let me explain the diagram. So we have a structure which looks like it's made up of a lot of rectangles and all of that. And we have some numbers written over here. What do they mean? Well, this side measures 3 meters. This side measures 3 meters. This side measure 4 meters. Okay. This length measures 1 meter. This measures, can you guess? Yes, 2. This length measures 2. This length measures 4. This length measures 3. This length measures 1. So this is how you read the diagram. So first thing is, to figure out the area of this structure, we need to divide it into rectangles. Let me do that. So let me draw, say, one line over here like this. So this is one small rectangle. That's good enough for me. Then I can do this again. And this again, and yeah, we have around 1, 2, 3, 4 rectangles. So let me call this as A, B, C, and D. Now, to figure out the area of a rectangle, what should we do? Multiply length into breadth, as simple as that. So let's start with A. So length of A is not known, breadth is known, that is 1. We need to figure out the length, that is this particular value. We need to figure out that. We don't know that. How do we do that? By making use of all the other measures. Okay, we need to figure out all the other measures. So let me do this for you guys. So let me take up this length from here till here. What is this entire length? Let's have a look at that. How can you figure it out? Can you find this entire length? Well, I can make use of this 3 and this 4. So 3 plus 4 is correct, 7 meters. This entire length from this end to this end is 7 meters. How can we make use of that? Have a look. Go to the other side. This is 2, this is 3, and this has to be, yes, 3 plus 2 is 5, and this has to be 2. There's no other option. Because this entire length is 7, and this is 2, this is 3, and so 2 plus 3 plus 2 will give us 7, so this has to be 2. That's how you figure out the length. Okay, so length and breadth is known of this diagram. What about B? We know the breadth. Do we know the length? Do we know this length? Yeah, we kind of know, because 3 plus 2 is 5. And what about this diagram? C? Okay, so there's a lot of information actually. Let me do it properly. So this from here till here is 3 plus 4, that is 7 meters. And at the other end we have 2, 3, and 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 and 7, difference is 2. So this will be 2. Done. And what about this length? This length I can find by adding 3 plus 2, that is 5. Oh, actually, let me write in. That was the whole point. So this is 2. This is 5. This entire length is 7. I'm talking about diagram C. This is 7. And width, I don't know. Okay, this is 3. So this, all the lengths are known. Now let's look at the width. So width of this D is known. This is 3. This is a question mark. I don't know what is the width over here. While diagram B's width is 2, that's okay. And this is 1. We have to figure out this width. So how will we do that? Same thing. Find the entire length. So let me go to the other side. So from here till here, how much is the length? Well, for that, I'll make use of 4 over here. Then this 2 and then this 1. So 1 plus 2 plus 4 is 7. This also is 7 meters. Let's go to the other end. So this is 3, right? This is 3. This is unknown. This is 2 and this is 1. So 3 plus 2 is 5, 6. This has to be 1. Because they need to add to 7. Right? So basically, this is 1. This is 1. This length is 2. This length is 1. 1, 2, 1. And this is 3. I think we have all the values. Again, all I did was I divided it into rectangles. And whatever is unknown, I just calculated the entire length and took up other lengths and subtracted and I got the value. It was a simple process. And now I can figure out the areas. First thing is I'll write the area of rectangle formula. Length into width. Once you write it, that's enough. Length into width. Now, area of, let me start with A. So we'll start with A. Okay, length over here is 2 into 1. So this is 2 square meter. Then area of P is equal to 5 into 2. This is 10 square meter. Then area of C, right? Length is 7, breadth is 1. So this is 7 square meter. Then we have area of D, which is length is 3, width is 3. 3 into 3, that is 9 square meter. Finally, total area is equal to sum of all rectangles. I'll just write that. It's convenient. So that will be how much? 2 plus 10 plus 7 plus 9. 2 plus 10 plus 7 plus 9. So we need to add this. That addition, I'll leave it to you guys. Okay. 18 and 28 square meters. Yeah, you can add it in the way you guys want. What I did was I added 7 and 2, that is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18. 18 plus 10 is 28. Much easier to do that. Again, here the entire idea is to find the length and width. Divide it into a rectangle, find each length and width. Okay, so that's the funda. Oh, this is much easier. First thing is I'll divide it into length and width, divide it into rectangles. I can just do this and I'm done. A single line. So let me call this as ABCD. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. Let's look at the values. I'll explain the values. This entire length is 3. This entire length is 2. So how much will this be? Yes, 3 minus 2, that is 1. This is 1. Similarly, let's have a look. Let's see if everything is known. This entire length is 5. This is 1. This is 3 and this is 1. So this will add to 5 and this is 5. Okay, perfect. Everything else is known. So all we have to do is now do the calculation. Remember, this is 2 by the way. Okay, this length is 2. How do I know that? Because this is 2. Okay, so this is quite simple. We already written the area of the rectangle formula. All we have to do is apply it over here. So area of A, let's start off with that. Length is 1 and this is 2 and so this is 2 square meter. Then area of B, length is 5 and width is 1. So this is 5 square meter. Then area of C, length is say 1 and width is 2. So this is 2 square meter. Therefore, the total area is equal to sum of all rectangles area. So that will be equal to 2 plus 5 plus 2, which is 9 square meter. This was a simple diagram. This was a bit complex actually. Okay, so I hope you guys got the gist. So the entire idea goes back to this, guys. Basically figuring out the area. Sorry, length and width of each structure. So if you're able to figure out the length and width, then it's just a matter of calculation. That's it. Sum of all the rectangles area. Okay, yeah. And by the way, there are many ways of dividing this rectangle into. I found this to be very convenient, so I went with this. You might get different way to divide this structure and find the answer, but you'll end up with the same answer though. This final answer will be the same. How you approach it, that can be different. So that is one thing that you have to keep in mind.